Yeah.
Oh God.
I think like the average guy in my queue is just someone that goes to work. They've got a wife, maybe a couple of kids, and like sex is the most interesting thing they've got in their life. So I can't.
Yeah, but that's because they're not getting any at the crib. That's why it's the most interesting, because they're not getting any sex at the crib. So of course he's gonna be lit over sex because he don't get shit at the crib.
Something else interesting to do, but I have other very interesting things to do. But yeah, so I'm not an overly sexual person, I would argue. And I'm glad I'm not, because if I was overly sexual like Diddy, I'd be fucking toast by now. Imagine that 4 different federal agencies for 5 years.
And that's where overly sexual gets you niggas. Just like Diddy. I'm glad he said that. Don't be, and that's what I was telling my niggas, bruh. I don't give a fuck if you have 10 bitches at one time. Don't let me catch you doing some Diddy shit, okay? Don't let me catch you doing what that nigga did, all right? Doing that nasty shit, all right? Don't let me catch you niggas.
Of investigating me, and they managed to find fuck all. They couldn't find anything. They couldn't find any fucking orgies. They couldn't find anything. They're like, okay, we found a couple girlfriends, and he had sex with them, and then they had sex with him like 100 times, and they're saying one of the times he didn't buy him a handbag, so it's rape. Like, even their cases are shit. They can't even build a case on me. Thank fuck I'm not overly sexual, because if I was, I'd be in jail. Which, again, let's analyze this. This is truly hypocritical and insane that we live in a society which is overly sexualized. But then if you're a man who is overly sexualized, the second you do something they don't like, they use your over-sexuality against you. Look at Russell Brand. He was the poster boy of degeneracy. He was drug taking, running around all over TV, flirting with every single girl he met on television. Channel 4 were dragging girls up from the crowd to go flirt with him. He was seen as a playboy. It was funny. It was promoted. And now that he talks anti-vaccine, they're using it against him to try and put the guy in jail. So we're living in a society which is over-sexualizing everyone and then randomly picking and choosing the people they don't like who talk about something unrelated to sex.
It's not random.
Politics.
Is it really random?
Well, it's not random.
No.
They're choosing the people who talk about things unrelated to sex, usually politics, and using the sexuality against them. So they're making everybody guilty of a crime at the base level. Everybody is born guilty, the original sin, and then randomly jailing the people, not randomly, choosing and jailing the people who do other things they don't like. So it's completely unfair to Russell to promote a young man to take drugs and be sexual and then use it against him later. And it's completely unfair to convince women to go out and be sexual and make a bunch of money from it like Bonnie has and use it against her. What I'm saying is that society has put us here. We are exactly where we deserve to be.
Yep.
Bring the asteroid.
Oh, God.
The fuck? This is where we are now.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Shit.
And the only reason I'm not overly sexual, truthfully, is because I see it for what it is and I don't really want to partake too much. And it's literally saved my life. Or I'd be in fucking jail right now. And what would I have done wrong? Nothing. Is there anything wrong with fucking 4 or 5 women? No. If they all want to, what's wrong with it? Nothing.
Yeah, I think as long as everything.
I'll be honest. Is baby oil illegal?
No.
I mean, we talk about it all the time.
Was hard to buy for a while in the shops, though.
No, well, we talk about it all the time like it's evidence of crime. I'm not defending Diddy. I don't even fucking like him. I'm saying, he had baby oil. Okay, where's the crime?
Right.
He fucked all these women. Where's the crime? Oh, he had another man fuck his girl. Where's the crime?
And that's what I was saying especially at the trial, like, they just kept talking about what he liked to do and fuck bitches. I'm like, this is not a crime, regardless of what Cassie says. Like, nothing he's doing is bad. He's just a freaky ass nigga, but y'all niggas don't have, this is what y'all niggas is building up for, to do this bullshit, to do this fucking stupid ass shit. I was like, nigga, just a freaky ass nigga. That's it. I don't see nothing else going crazy. I just see some bitch trying to get some money right now.
I think
Where's the crime?
Consensual.
There's no crime. But people are so stupid. Look, he had a bunch of sex. Jail. That's not how it works. We're telling people to have a bunch of sex. We're encouraging people to have a bunch of sex. We're telling women to have a bunch of sex. We're telling men to fuck whoever they want and not have kids. This is what we're telling people to do. And then we're saying it's against the law when the person does something they don't like. It's a false dichotomy we live in. It saved my life that I didn't do it. Thank fuck. No blowjob that good. Jesus Christ. I'm glad I'm boring.
Until me.
Bonnie, I know you would never cry rape, but somehow I'd end up with a human trafficking charge for touching you. I don't know. They'd say, I forced you to do it. Nah, no.
People always say I belong in prison. Like when I see like TikToks, they're like, how is she not in jail? She's a predator. She's a groomer. And I'm like, everyone I fuck is 18. Everyone I fuck, they're consenting to it. And I'm like.
But you see how easy it is for her to like, Niggas ain't saying that for real. Niggas ain't saying that because she's like earlier. She literally tried to shame Andrew. Shame, let me use that lightly because she might have been just trolling. She literally tried to shame Andrew and said, but Andrew likes 18-year-olds. But listen to her. I make sure they're 18. I like, come on, bro. Like, you ain't slick.
How the fuck am I meant to get arrested for that? And if you're saying that's promoting rape culture, then how confusing is that for the younger generation? Because if they're thinking consensual sex is rape, how many more times are they going to cry rape when that was also consensual? Because if you're saying I'm a rapist and I prove all the time everything's consensual and above board, then how confusing is that for the younger people?
Well, you're not a rapist, one. And two, consensual sex now currently under the law is rape because a woman can remove consent post-action because she's unhappy with how the relationship turned out. So all consensual sex ends up being rape once the woman's upset.
Okay, I've got some really good advice for you. Next time you fuck a girl, make sure the Birkin is ready. No court cases.
Then there's going to be another Birkin and another Birkin.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. This is the world we live in now. And it's very difficult and hard to be a man now. And that's why most men are actually just checking out and giving up on women by and large.
Maybe
do you think you see a lot of men? Do you think it's hard being a man?
Yeah, for sure. They get so much stick and women are so protected now. And I'm not saying that's for everything. Like there is loads of women crime. There is loads of women being murdered. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. But men's mental health is fucked. Women do nothing to it to help it. And then women are the ones that talk about everyone should be happy and positive. It's women that sit there on their couches with their 2 kids in a council house making TikToks and videos. Instead of thinking, right, I'm going to better myself. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go and get a job so I can help be independent. They don't care. They just do fuck all of their life. And men have to work so hard. So yeah, I want to pleasure them. Yes, I want to make them feel happy. Couldn't give a shit if their wife's having to go to bed crying because I've just fucked their husband.
What's your biggest failure or regret, Bonnie? And don't give me none of this. No failure, no regret.
No. Like, I guess just... I mean, I didn't fall into the system for too long. I only worked in a corporate job for 5 years. If I'd have stayed in that for 20 years, I'd be saying, fuck me, that was the mistake. I copied everyone else. But I guess it's just trusting people too soon, not understanding, I guess just being naive that people a lot of the time have other intentions, which you don't see at times.
Mm. And what one piece of advice would you give Andrew Tate?
Get the Birkins. Drop the rape charges.
I think he does get the Birkins anyway, doesn't he?
No.
Yeah, I mean, my problem is very similar to yours, Bonnie. Is that I'm too well known, and once you get too well known, problems arise. There is a limit.
Can you ever go back?
Well, what do you mean ever go back? Do you mean disappear from the internet?
Well, I mean stop becoming more famous, stop courting it.
I think I kind of already have. I'm already doing a lot less than I previously did. There'll be a day I disappear from the internet, but the story of Icarus is true. And I think Bonnie actually...
So when you say there'll be a day you disappear off the internet because you'll get assassinated.
I think the story of Icarus is true. And you know what? I'm saying this genuinely from the bottom of my heart. I like to believe I'm a pretty good judge of people. And I believe Bonnie is a good person. I believe she's very honest. I believe you're a good person. Mm-hmm. And I think you should keep in mind, no matter what you do, the story of Icarus, that if you get too close to the sun, something bad is going to happen. And as a woman, I can't even truly exactly
18-year-olds provide good SPF. So
well, yeah. As a woman, I can't exactly identify how it would happen.
Yeah.
As a man, it's easier to work out how it's going to happen. But you've already had a taste of it now. Mm-hmm. And a lot of life is finding the happy medium and the happy balance where you're buoyant and you're making money and you're well known, but you're not too well known and not making too much money. Because if you do too well, problems appear. And this is not just in sex work. This is not just online. This is with everything. This is with being a thief from Wall Street. Or being a drug dealer. There's a level of drug dealer where you have a nice car, a nice house, and a nice life, and you get up to that next level, and before you know it, everyone's trying to kill you, and the Met Police raid your house. So you have to be very careful and make sure you have the level of buoyancy where you're doing well, but you're not doing too well.
But you've gone way beyond it.
I have gone way beyond it.
And is there any going back?
Well, the story of Icarus is true, and we're going to see. We're going to see what happens. I have to beat all of these cases, which I believe I'll do because I've done nothing wrong. The process is to punishment. And in the meantime, I'm just going to commentate on the society that we live in. As opposed to trying to change it very much. I'm just going to commentate on it and enjoy it for what it is. And this has been a very enlightening and interesting conversation. And I had a feeling Bonnie and I would agree on most things. Because I think Bonnie lives in the real world. She's a realist. And when you're a realist, there's only one set of facts and circumstances.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Bonnie's not sitting here trying to pour or push any delusions, which is actually quite refreshing. Because most of the time, if you watch a man on a podcast with a woman, the women are completely delusional. If you watch whatever podcast or you watch Fresh and Fit or you watch these other podcasts I've done, you sit with a whole bunch of delusional women who just say delusional bullshit.
Who are literally,
saying they're 10 out of 10.
Literally whores acting like virgins.
And all this garbage. But you're very realistic, and it's very nice. And
See, even the people that are in sex work, they expect stuff. They're like, people should subscribe to me. They should pay for my sex tapes. I'm like, no, they've got to be interested. There's got to be a reason why they should pay for that. You should never expect anything. And too many women just expect things to fall on their plate.
Yeah, which is a symptom of society. Because society has told women that, they should get whatever they want without having to work too hard for it. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of them have bought into that. Some of them are beautiful enough to pull it off. Some aren't. And the ones who aren't get upset and they march and talk about a bunch of bullshit like, they need more wages or more money or patriarchy.
What should a woman that hasn't been born with overt beauty do then?
Well, she should find a man she loves with all of her heart, and she should encourage him to want to take care of her. I mean, the masculine imperative is to protect and provide for what we love. It's very easy to find a man who will take care of you and provide for you and protect you and give you what you want if you make him feel respected and loved. It's very easy to do. But if you refuse to make him feel respected and loved, you're never going to find what you want. Mm. And it doesn't matter how attractive you are, as long as you're realistic about the kind of partner you choose.
Nuclear plastic surgery is a thing nowadays as well.
Well, there you go. But if you're an average looking woman and you want a 10 out of 10 super famous, super rich man, you have to understand that you're never going to probably get what you want out of him. But if you're prepared to have an average man working an average job, you probably get the world out of him. He'll give you his very best. So a lot of it's down to expectations. And I think a lot of people instinctively know this, but we live in a world where nobody's ever happy and the grass is always greener. There's nothing more toxic and more destructive to the female mind than social media in general, not because of what Bonnie's doing. Actually, I would argue not because of what Bonnie's doing. I would argue if you look at a woman on TikTok and watch them, next time you see a girl on TikTok, I've seen them do it. They scroll past a guy giving her a Birkin, then a girl on a private jet with some guy with roses, then a G-Wagon full of roses.
Yep. FOMO, fear of missing out.
Then a boat in Dubai. And women are sitting there with their boyfriends, their normal boyfriend with a normal job, going, why are these bitches getting all of this? And I'm not getting it. That woman's not even that pretty. I'm as pretty as her. I want all of this. And before you know it, she starts.
But what she doesn't understand too is that bitch just got fucked. That's it. She not laying with this nigga every night. She just saw that nigga for the weekend. That's it. And so that's why the FOMO be tricking these hoes, because they think that's how these bitches live all the time. Now she got to go fuck another nigga to do the same shit again. That's why she keep doing that shit, because she keep fucking these niggas.
DMing me, trying to get it. Perfect. That's what happens. So the world's completely fucked because social media is giving this grass is always greener garbage. And then the women who are with me are crying because they can't find a man who sits at home with them every night and watches Netflix. And the women who have a man who sits at home with them every night watching Netflix is crying because they can't find a man like me to pay for their fucking private jet. And everyone's fucking miserable and everyone's unhappy. And everyone's just chasing shit all over the place and nobody has any grounding anymore. And the grounding used to be from ignorance. You'd meet someone, you knew them, you only knew them, you didn't know the outside world. Even in my generation, when I was 21, I didn't know what Monaco was. I didn't know Monte Carlo. Dubai didn't exist. I didn't see Saint-Tropez. I didn't see any of this. If you're 21 now, you're sitting there, the woman you fell in love with in high school, she's in Monaco on a boat. You're working in fucking Greg's. And you're like, what the fuck? I need money now. Like, the world's changed. Everything's complicated. Everything's difficult. So I would argue, even though I don't have the answers, the best thing we can do is start from a foundational base of truth and honesty. Which is why I say I respect Bonnie for being truthful and honest. It's much better to be truthful and honest like she is than do what these other women are doing, which is pretend they love me to get some money. and then cry rape when they don't get it. That's the true destructive society. The truly destructive female is not Bonnie Blue. It's the woman who cries rape because she doesn't get the money she wants. It's the woman who takes a man to divorce court and liquidates his empire because she's unhappy that he had a fling on a fucking holiday trip with his boys. Those are the toxic, destructive women. It's the women who belittle the man who goes to work every day to pay the rent, to pay for the house, and won't suck his dick, like Bonnie describes. When you want to have a man go out and work all day every day and give up his life, getting up early in the morning to carry bins around so that you can eat food, and when he comes home, you have no admiration or respect for him. That's destructive. Far more destructive than what Bonnie's doing. Because Bonnie's honest. And we should operate from a realm and a frame of honesty at all times. And that's why society's fucked.
Right now we have a banking crisis. A potential just brutal life lesson, Bonnie.
I think it's just never believing in the government, never believing in the system. Just
fight the matrix.
Looking out for yourself, apart from yourself, and you can't be naive to it. You can't be stupid to it. And I guess for a while I fell into that.
So Andrew, if it's not about money, it's about power. Then obviously there's no amount of money that would entice you to sleep with Bonnie. But what about all the power in the world? If you could have all the power in the world, 1-to-1 solo with Bonnie.
Would I fuck
tight halt and good blowjob?
Would I fuck Bonnie for all the power in the world?
Yeah,
absolutely. Fuck yes, of course. I wouldn't fuck Bonnie for pleasure because I don't want to have sex for pleasure. I probably wouldn't fuck Bonnie to have a kid because I have a bunch of other women I can have kids with that have, with all due respect, less past. But if you were to give me
less DNA saved in the cartridge, shit,
some kind of incentive, like less a genuine incentive, like I'm a full-grown fucking man. You're something. Well, will I use my dick for gain? Fuck yeah! You give me all the power in the world, yeah. Probably money, 5-6 mil. What's that? Week's wages? Fuck it. All right, week's wages, bro. I mean, I ain't gonna hate it. I may not like it. I may be thinking of something else at the time. I may be busy in my head, but whatever. Who gives a fuck?
So he's just said for 5 or 6 mil. I mean, that you could blow up the internet together.
No, I never said it'd be on camera. That's a different level. That's a different pay grade. But I'm saying, like, Rob, you ask these questions and they always get me off on rants. I don't mean to rant so much, but men use their dick for power all the time. Why do men even want an attractive woman next to them? What does it give them?
Makes them feel good in front of other men, probably.
Gives them status. That's right. And how does a man keep a woman happy? One is financial and one is protection, one's provision. The other one's sex. Women want the sex, not men. Women are more horny than guys. I don't know. If you're the kind of guy who's more horny than your wife, then your entire relationship's doomed to failure. Because in my experience, women want sex all the fucking time, and I don't want it. I'm right. Busy. And they're always trying to get trying to get sex at me. And I'm like, fucking no. I got other stuff to do. I'm not interested right now.
But maybe it's because they think that's what you want. They're like, fucking hell, the more I drink,
no, it's because I'm the fucking, it's because the dynamic in my relationships is what it should be, which is that I'm the tip of the spear. I'm the top of it.
You want them
and
to
they're chasing me all the time, which is how it should be because I'm the prize, because I'm the world famous billionaire, not them. So they want sex out of me more than I want to give it to them.
So you don't care about their feelings?
It's not about the feelings. I'm saying that men will get a really pretty woman and say, I have to have sex with her good so that she wants to be with me. So men use their dick for gain all the time. And why do they want the really pretty woman? Well, they want the really pretty woman for status. So if you're telling me, would I have sex with Bonnie Blue for all the power in the world? Abso-fucking-lutely I would. Of course I would. I'd save the world. It'd be a benefit to humanity, a service to the human race.
Community workers.
So of course I would. But would I have sex with Bonnie for pleasure? No. Would I have sex with Bonnie for nothing? No. But do I have sex with any woman for nothing or pleasure? No.
No.
Not really. I mean, maybe I'm just boring. I'm really not one of those guys who wakes up and goes, yeah, you need a sex. I don't give a fuck. Don't care. Got other shit to do.